Thanks for taking the time to talk to us, Lee. So, mid-October, 53 points ahead of last year's champions. What do you think is the main reason for this result?
Well, John, at the start of the season, I splashed out 21 million on my back four. I've got my back four nailed on. I've got a good back four, and it's no coincidence that they're the highest scoring defence in the entire league. I've also, if you add Joe Hart, the goalkeeper, into the mix as well, then the whole of my defence in my back five, really, so to speak, has scored just 6 points less than bottom of the league, Republic of Mancunia, their entire team. I've got Leighton Baines at the back. He's great. He goes forward. He gets a few penalties, and it's always good to have a defender who's a penalty taker as well. I mean, I can't really think off the top of my head, John. I think the last defender for that was Dennis Irwin, and I mean, back then there wasn't dream team. There was just no dream team at all. Also, Ivanovic. John, you've seen yourself this season. This kid's finishing like a world-class striker, and he's bagging points for me all over. So. Where I've gone with the back four as well, I've got two Chelsea defenders, I've got two Everton defenders, and really, as long as both them teams keep a clean sheet, then I'm rolling in the points every week.
That appears to be a well thought out team and tactics, Lee. I mean, but did it hurt your feelings when another manager implied you'd picked a lucky dip dream team?
Another manager, as in Mr. Rashford?
Well, I wasn't going to mention names, but yes, Mr. Rashford.
Mr. Rashford, rock bottom of the league, Mr. Rashford. No, John, look, in all seriousness, Ash is a good lad, he's a good kid, he's young, he's eager, it's his first season in the dream team, and he just wants to impress, doesn't he? I mean, sometimes he doesn't think before he speaks, and I'm sure he regrets the whole lucky dip comment, but ultimately, in the cold light of day, when he gets home at night, I'm sure when he thinks about the league, I'm sure he'd wish, really, that he's picked a lucky dip. And I suppose, looking at his team, a few of us don't know whether he has actually picked a lucky dip.
Was that a little big dig back at the Republic of Mancunia?
No. He knows I'm only joking with him. It's all banter, John. And to be fair, he's got broad shoulders. Actually, he can take it. I mean, really, it's a good job he's got broad shoulders, isn't he? I mean, he's holding 32 teams up in the league above him. But
I wanted to mention this side bet and rivalry you have with Jed Murray.
With who, sorry?
The manager of MUFC Reddish and supposedly your best friend.
Oh, John, seriously, I'm a busy guy. You don't need to waste my time talking about it. These 99 points separating us. John, you're just wasting your time, honestly. I've heard rumours that Mickey Mouse actually wears a Gerard Murray wristwatch. This kid, I mean, John, at the start of the season, this is the same kid that brings in, he buys Chris Smalling. The guy's injured from the start of the season. What sort of a person does that? He's obviously not done his research, has he?
Did you?
What did I do my research, John? Is it a coincidence that I've got 4 penalty takers in the team?
Well, moving on to your midfield, you're playing a 4-3-3 formation, and at the last transfer window you seem to be a bit unhappy with your midfield, transferring out Young and Dempsey and bringing in 2 fresh players. Are you happy now with the centre of the park?
Yeah, I'm as happy as I can be, John. I mean, obviously you only get 3 transfers in the window, but I mean, I did a bit of research from last season. I brought in from the off Clint Dempsey. He was the highest scoring midfielder last season for the Sun Dream team. I brought him in, and it's just my luck. The guy goes on strike, 25 grand a week, and he won't kick a ball. But yeah, Young as well. I mean, he wasn't really getting the points for me. He wasn't playing games, and I think every man and his dog at the first transfer window was bringing in Hazard. And I think that I've got a great buy in Fellaini as well, because he's registered as a midfielder, and this season he's playing up front quite a bit for Everton. So I'm happy with that. I think out of the 3 signings, I think bringing Berbatov in, well, that's my favourite signing. I mean, he's a penalty taker. He's at a club like Fulham. He's going to get regular games. I mean, he took a knock before the international week, but as long as he can stay pretty fresh and fit all season, I'm sure he's going to bag a lot of points from his own.
So have you already made your transfers for this window?
No, I've not already made them. I think where a lot of managers go wrong, John, is coming up to the international week. The transfer window opens, and the young, inexperienced managers, boom, they go straight in, John. They're making transfers left, right, and centre. They don't care. Opens, they make transfers. Not me, John. I'm too experienced to make such a schoolboy error. I wait till the transfers are over, till the internationals are over. Sorry, And that's when I make the transfers. If someone takes a knock, and I've already used all my transfers, they take a knock in one of the internationals, I've got an headache that I don't want then, John.
No. Can you tell us of any potential signings?
For this window, no, I'm not going to say any signings that are coming in. I suppose what I will say, when I finish here, I'm going to be sitting down having a bit of a chat with Scholesy and Joe, and really I suppose futures the club needs to be considered.
Does this mean, Lee, that you're selling Joe Hart?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I've said too much. Joe's a smashing lad, you know. Professionally, he's England's number one. And personally as well, he's a lovely lad. He's a guy that you want round the dressing room. But at the end of the day, it's a cutthroat business. And if he's not getting the points, he's just not getting the points, and just got to make some tough decisions.
Well, back to the league now, Lee. Is there any teams who you can completely write off from the title yet? And where do you think your biggest challenge is going to come from?
Good question. I think it's safe to write off Ashley and Gov, to be honest, John. I suppose really there's more chance of Danny becoming a blue than there is these two guys coming in probably the top 10. So I don't think they're a threat. I'd say Moxey's going to be tough competition. I mean, he's been there before at the end of the season. He's got the experience to do it. I do see a potential problem in the making with toe punt divers, simply because French is going to be on a submarine for most of next year. So I don't know how he's going to make his transfers.
Well, surely you won't struggle to get a message on for someone to make transfers on his behalf.
To be honest, John, he's going to be on a submarine with a load of blokes. I know he's just got married, but I think the last thing on his mind with all them naval men running around, he's going to be making transfers on a dream team. John.
Some people are saying, should you win the league again, there might be a knighthood on the cards.
John, I mean, obviously I'd be flattered to even be considered for a knighthood, but really, it's all about, in the Sun Dream Team, really it's all about lads getting together in a mini league. There's a lot of banter going on, and we just have a laugh really. And a knighthood, I can't think that far ahead. I'm just here to take every game as it comes, and maybe we'll see. It would be a proud moment, definitely.
Well, it's in great position in the league table. I think we're all looking forward to the next game that's coming up. Really appreciate your time. Thanks, Lee.
No worries.